So what to do if your life is falling apart? Maybe your relationships are falling apart, maybe you're financially stuck, perhaps there's some health issues going on, or perhaps there's a whole bunch of things all happening at the same time, making you feel like you're giving so much, you're trying to show up, you're doing everything you can, but everything's just coming after you and everything that you thought you could rely on is just fallen to pieces. So what are we going to do about that? So are you ready for a breakthrough? Krishnamurti said, it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Now, this is a really important quote because we are living in a toxic environment, and if we try and play along with the mainstream culture and just go along with things, we are setting ourselves up for a game that we can never win. Right? So if you try and play this game that the world has us all playing, you will feel like your life is falling apart. So in actual fact, feeling like everything's collapsing is a really good thing, because those things that are falling apart oftentimes are toxic things in the first place, and we need to get out of the whole game and start doing something completely different. Right? So are you willing to live a different life, create a different game? Right? This is really the first thing we need to be open to. Now, I just want to show you a quick story. When I was 18, my life fell apart completely. Everything, all my relationships were a mess. I was addicted to drugs and alcohol. I had no idea what I was doing. I was depressed. Nothing made any sense. And if it wasn't for everything falling apart so seriously like it did, I would never have had the breakthroughs I had. I had spiritual awakening, I met a bunch of new people, I started traveling the world, and I've been living a life that is profoundly remarkable and amazing. I completely snapped out of the game I was playing and have been living a totally different life. None of those things would have been possible had I have not had my life fall to pieces and felt like there was no point in even being alive, right? So I can share from my own experience, and we work with thousands of people, that often things falling apart is the first step towards a massive breakthrough. It's also really important to remember that it's not just your life that's falling apart. This whole world is falling apart right now. We're going through a massive transformation in our human evolution, something that has never occurred before on this level. And so institutions are falling apart, relationships are falling apart, the values that held society together are falling apart. All this technology is making everyone stressed out because everything's too fast to handle. So it's not just you, the whole world is actually crumbling. And other people, by the way, they might look like they have it together. They might put on a fake smile. They might sort of pretend they got it down. But a lot of people are heavily dependent on pharmaceutical drugs, illegal drugs, and various other forms of distraction to try and keep themselves feeling all right. And if you pulled the rug from under those things, we would have a mass crisis on our hands today, all right? So just remember, the fact that you're feeling your life is falling apart isn't just you, the whole thing is coming down. And in a good way, you feeling that your life is falling apart is a huge success, because you can now snap out of this whole toxic ocean that's about to have huge waves coming crashing and smashing everything up, and create a life that is outside of that sick and twisted society. So I'm very, very, very happy for you, actually, even though it might not feel good right now. Certainly didn't feel good to me when my life has fallen apart, but ultimately you're setting yourself on a new adventure through a completely different reality. So this is a huge and wonderful thing. So that's the first thing. The first thing to consider is that this is somehow good. Even if it doesn't feel good, even if it doesn't look good, this is somehow good, because certain things are falling apart and we're open to newness, all right? So step one is just changing your attitude and being grateful that even though this is painful, it's somehow beneficial, right? Even, do you know what I mean? I know this is not easy to accept that when you're going through pain. Like recently I went to the dentist, had to have some tooth stuff taken care of. It definitely didn't feel good to me. It was a lot of pain. I didn't like it. It was expensive, right? All these things you could say weren't very good. But ultimately, I'm really grateful because I've upgraded my diet and my dental care, and so that has turned out to be very positive, even though it was painful. And there are millions of examples of this. So the first thing is understand somehow there's benefit in the whole thing. Second thing is to make sure you take care of the basics. And what does that mean? It means make sure that you're doing the simple, practical things that are going to allow you to deal with this challenge. So for example, are you drinking enough water? Are you hydrated? A simple thing, but have you been drinking enough? Because oftentimes we don't take care of the basics and we get a bit stressed. Are you getting enough sleep? It's important to make time to sleep, rest, allow your body to process what you're going through, right? So make time for it. Are you eating enough food? Yeah, oftentimes when we feel really weird internally, we stop eating. We find it hard to eat properly. And if we don't eat properly, then we end up feeling low blood sugar and we can't do everything and it's all a bit of a mess, right? So are you eating enough? It's a good question, right? So just try and take care of these three things: drinking enough water, eating enough good food, and getting enough sleep, because that's the foundation from which you're going to be able to get out of this situation. So if you just do those two things, just change your attitude, realize this is going to be good, and get enough rest and eat right, you'll start to feel better. You're shifting your internal state and your biological state. The next thing, the third thing that I highly recommend is spending time with good company. Spending time with people who get you, who encourage you, who appreciate you, because it's really easy to overcome a situation when you're surrounded with people who love you and care about you and who have come through it on the other side. So for example, one of the reasons that we do so much coaching and groups and mentoring, all these courses, is because when we connect with people, we can help them get out of the situation, right? Because of good company. So how can you surround yourself with as much good company as possible? People who are positive influences, people who believe in you, people who have gone through it themselves and can give you that moral support, that blessings, the kind of love. Just by being around them, you feel better, yeah? Because that really is absolutely critical. You can't do this on your own. We need to be surrounded with good company. So how can you be in touch with high quality, positive people who can help bring you out of this and take you up to the next level? Another thing you can do is to take the time to go deep within yourself and relax through meditation. Yeah, through meditation. We have loads of meditations that you can download that if you just put your headphones on and listen to them, you just put your headphones on, you press the play button, and you go on a beautiful journey into a deep state of peace and relaxation. So, below this video, there's some links to some free meditations that you can enjoy. So you just download them, listen to them. A lot of people have listened to these meditations over and over again. Some people listen to them every evening. We have a whole bunch of people who really use those meditations on a regular basis. So you can just download them, put your headphones on, you can lie down in bed or on a comfy place somewhere and just press the play button and just allow that beautiful guided experience to take you on a journey where all the pain just disappears. And then you feel fantastic again. So make sure you download those and listen to them. And then once you're starting to feel better, you're relaxing, you're looking after yourself, you have good company, then it's time to start thinking about what is the breakthrough here? What is the breakthrough? What is really going on? What is the message? What is the universe trying to tell you? What is life trying to give you? Because breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. Breakdown to break through. So what is life trying to tell you? And I've written books about this and there's a whole process, but just simply asking the question, what is life trying to tell me? What do I need to let go of and what do I need to bring into my life? Because most times when things fall apart, there's something that needs to leave and something that needs to come in its place. And a very sort of simple one is like when I had a tooth thing, what needs to leave is slack relationship with brushing my teeth. A simple thing. And what needs to happen instead is I need to brush my teeth and eat some slightly different food, right? Simple as that. but that's a huge breakthrough, yeah? And there's millions of people, billions of people with billions of stories. So ask yourself these questions. What is life trying to tell you? What do you need to release? What are the clues? What do you know? Because you know in your heart, honestly, if you're willing to just be honest with yourself, you know something has to end. You also know something needs to begin. So this is a beginning of a new chapter for you. Something's going to end, something else is going to come in its place, and that's going to take you on a new adventure into a new experience, a new place that was never possible before right now. So this is actually a very, very exciting thing. And the last thing I just wanted to share is that if you need some real support, some personal help, we have a team of qualified coaches who can help you to just talk to you, complimentary call. So if you want to talk to someone about your story, what's going on with you, and get some practical advice on how to go to the next level, then feel free to talk to one of our coaches who can really dial in what's going on for you, help you feel better right now, help you understand what these breakthroughs that you're going through actually are, so you can come to a breakthrough, and then give you some guidance on what might be the next steps for you to make that transition from where you are into the freedom from all these things, so you can really finally and truly live the life you're meant to live. Because on the other side of this pain is a huge opportunity, and I really want you to think of it that way. So if you'd like that help, below this video there's going to be a link somewhere that helps you. You can just schedule a call, have a quick chat, and make that breakthrough very practically, because there's nothing quite like that personal touch. And then once you're on the other side of this, you're going to feel like your life's come together. You're going to start feeling that joy bubbling up within you. You'll start doing the things that you enjoy in your life. Your relationships will improve. You'll start feeling healthier in your body. And the whole thing in your life, the whole direction of your life, is going to change in a very positive way. So I'm excited to hear what the breakthrough is for you and what is going to happen next. So this is a huge opportunity for a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful new life. So thank you for watching this. If anyone else you know is going through a stressful time, let them know about this as well. Download the audio, set up a call so you can get some personal help. And I look forward to hearing from you very soon. Much love and many, many, many blessings.